Hi and welcome back to Still I Rise podcast. It has been a minute, but I am delighted to be back in the studio with Sean and Luke here at 1620 Audio in Belfast. How's it going, Sean?
It is all good, Orla. I'm glad to see you back.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be back. I think the last time we were in was in July.
Yeah.
I think it
And
was just before
may have been with Elliot.
with Elliot, and now he's off. He's off socials. He's off. He'll not
Really?
be back now. Yeah, he quit.
He
He
put
won't
in his
he got his
P45.
P45, exactly.
Yeah.
He's off the socials, he's off the podcast. He's gone on my TikTok and blocked all his mates. So, like, I'm not cool now. So it's just like,
Okay, yeah. It gets to that age, doesn't
it
it?
definitely gets to that age, and I need to protect him as well because, like,
True.
he needs to get on my Instagram and block me from anyone who might be associated with me as well. But we loved it. We did a thing 6 months. That must be nearly. There you go, 6 months, because it was around the 12th. It was 11th of July, I think.
Yeah. There's no better time.
No better time. And did a couple of wee Zoom recordings, and then now we're back in the game, Sean. We're back to
Happy
consistency, kicking off 2026.
So how did we leave 2025?
Well, 2025 was a very interesting year in terms of like business. This starting my podcast went to Downing Street. Did I tell you I went to Downing Street?
No, I didn't hear about that at all.
So we were part of the Small Business 100, and you get invited to the House of Lords, right? And so you go for the day, and it's brilliant, really good. But like, got invited to the House of Lords, and there's like that part of me because of the work that I do that's like, don't know, like that's just a wall of
Completely
white.
get you. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I thought, actually, but the work that I do is creating these trusted spaces for inclusion, and every voice matters and everyone belongs. So it's actually against, when you think about it, it's actually against the mission and values and all of that. So
Yeah. Have to create those dialogues, don't you?
you do.
You have to be in the room for it. Otherwise, otherwise, those voices don't get heard.
Exactly.
So that's the thing.
Even the ones, especially the ones that you don't agree with. But so we're kind of used to like the ones that are underrepresented, minoritized, like discriminated against, oppressed. But this is like the opposite. So like, how do you speak that language? But anyway, we went, and then about 2 weeks before, they were like, I got this email. You've been invited to an evening at Downing Street, and I was like, oh my God. And phoned mum and was like, should I go? And she was like, yes, you need to go. Went over, and it was amazing, Sean.
Really?
It was so Love Actually. Like, it was Christmas, like the stairs are all the same. We were in 11 Downing Street, but like it's the two streets, or
Yes.
the two houses in one
Yeah.
street. So you go in, and I just felt like I was on the set of Love Actually, which is probably against the whole, like, it should be about politics.
Yeah.
But I met a couple of Irish ones. We had the crack. They just give you loads of food. They give you loads of drink. And then the Chancellor of the Exchequer come in, and they talk about stuff, and like, just really interesting. And actually, you do feel like you're really important. Like, you do feel
That's it.
pretty great. I wore like an orange skirt and a white shirt and then a green jacket, just to like
There you
make,
go.
just so that was my
Subtle
culture. Yeah,
statement.
exactly. It was just like, I need to do something. So it's amazing. And then, yes, everything's going as it should. 2025 is an interesting year. Then at the end of the year, Sunday before Christmas, our house went on fire. And so we had a really difficult end of the year. So we basically, everything was soot damage. So it was a strange Christmas. But see, whenever something like that happens, it's mad because like you feel like you have nothing, but you actually realise how much you really have. Like in terms of community, in terms of people looking after you, like literally.
People rally around you.
Oh my God, Sean, like even today I was in my other office, and there was people coming up to me being like, what do you need? Like, what can I get you? Like, do you need, like, this woman, one of my friends, she's amazing. Yesterday she was like, here, I'd ask you to come and live with us, but like, I live in a loyalist, like, stronghold. Like, I don't know if you'd be safe. And she was like, but if you want to, you can. And so it's just a very strange, like, period of rebuilding and like dealing with, like, do you know, whenever like something happens to you, you're like, what if it had I been at night? What if like we had been in the house? Like,
Start thinking the worst, don't you?
oh my God, and everything. And I've been thinking loads about like probably life and death and legacy. So like, I'm terrified of everything at the minute. Like everything I do, I'm so afraid of it getting taken away. I don't know if that's like it's probably a natural human instinct if something happens like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm cycling down the road just being like, oh my God, someone's going to hit me with their car. Or like I take out my charger at night and I'm like, oh my God, that's going to go on fire. I don't know. I think it makes you like sit back and kind of think about what really matters. And the really interesting thing is like, I have not like had trauma. Like I just haven't. Like I understand there are huge things happening in the world. I understand my point of privilege, like all of that. But like there's a thing where it's grief, so you're grieving a loss, I think. And no one talks about the grief of losing something or losing things.
Mm.
So like what even is grief? Like I would have always associated it with
Losing a loved one.
losing death.
Yeah.
Like the stages of grief that come with death, but actually having a friendship breakup, having a romantic breakup, losing a thing, something happening to you, something you have to let go of. So like my mind has just been like, oh my God, like I need to spend more time with mum and dad. I want to like
Uh-huh.
make sure I live my life. And then the legacy part as well. I was like, it's so random, but I was like, what's even the point? And like, busting your ass to like get all your work done and like make this impact and do this and that and rush. And then everything could go like in one, you leave your house for like 10 minutes and you come back and everything's gone. Do you know what I mean?
It's scary.
Isn't it?
And you make a valid point there, because your home, your house is an extension of who you are, and so it sort of is like losing someone. It's like you build up a relationship with the four walls that you live in, and you protect it. You spend the majority of the money you work hard for in getting it, paying it off, like doing it up, like having respect in it. So like I'm sure it's absolutely gut wrenching for
It's
you.
so wild. Like that's it. What you said, like it's safety, it's your anchor.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you don't have an anchor, and like especially with Elliot, so that was always our place. Like that's our sanctuary. And yes, we had definitely like built it up. And when you don't have that sanctuary or that safe space, and I think he would be the same. I think we just both feel a bit unsafe. That you're never actually, and that's probably why my mind is going so mad with everything, because it's like we're nearly not safe. We
Uh-huh.
feel like we're not safe, even though, like, I mean, we are. But it's all the stuff that people don't talk about,
Mm-hmm.
with associated with loss. And I wonder, I haven't lost loved ones enough to know maybe that's what happens when you lose a parent.
Yeah.
Maybe you feel like your safety's gone. I don't know. Or when you hear of people working their whole lives and losing a job, is that the same type of grief where you feel like you've no stability? And
Yeah, because there is things that we cling to, routines, and we comfort blankets, which is our home, or our relationships, and what we do. Once you lose that stability.
Isn't it?
So maybe it's good that you've got this sense of awareness and and a sense of appreciation for the things that you have. Like
Yeah, definitely. And you can take routines wherever you are. So like wherever you are, wherever I am, I can get up at 5 and go for my run. There's stuff that whatever life throws at you, unless you physically can't move, you
Yeah.
have control over something. So for me, it's like getting my routines in, going back to work. Like I had to just get back to work. Wanted Elliot to be back in school because like that's what we need, even though we're dealing with a lot. So
people find that type of comfort even in like their favorite bar, their favorite coffee place. It holds certain memories.
doesn't it?
That they like. You might go have a routine where you go and get a £3 meal deal every day, and then that shop closes down. Then it throws you like, it sounds silly, but it does like throw you into a spin.
Yeah, like what is sanctuary for someone and what is safety for someone? And you're so right. Because, like, I would say, especially as people get older or circumstance, they maybe don't speak to, when you talk about like going to a cafe or a bar, maybe they don't talk to anyone all day.
Yeah.
And their whole life or their whole social life for that era
Yeah.
is going in having the crack with.
And don't you feel it like it is in like, imagine a place where maybe you and your friends went in your uni days, like you went to this bar and then it's not called that anymore, or it's knocked down or whatever. Like I felt it when the Students' Union got knocked down, they done a new one, and I was going like, oh my God, I went there every Friday night. Like, you
Mandela's
know,
not the same. Sure, it's not.
it makes you feel like the past of the time is more, you know.
That's exactly it. And like, see, with memories, it's really interesting as well because like they're only memories. You can have lovely photos on the wall, but actually they're all in your mind anyway.
Uh-huh.
And there's a part of me that's like, this is like renewal. So this is like, someone really spiritual said to me, oh, but like think about what smoke you needed to remove from your life, which by the way is not helpful when your house is just burnt down. But like, but all well intended. And I was like, actually, there probably are some memories that you do want to burn to the ground,
Yeah.
you know? And then like, see, whenever something happens to you, people are so lovely, but like they say things where you're just like, it's not, like, that's not helpful. Like, oh, but someone said this and like, it's so lovely and well intended. But they were like, oh, but you're so resilient, you'll be totally fine. And I'm just like, yeah, but I don't want to be resilient. Like,
Yeah.
this is not okay. Like, this is absolutely not okay. But it's so funny because, yeah,
People are desperate to
people are
reassure you.
just so, yeah, so keen to like make sure that like you have what you need and that they're there and like that they're thinking of you. And I was saying to loads of people, like, actually all I, like my friends and all were like, we'll come and help you clean, we'll do this and we'll do that. And I was like, just come for coffee with me, or like come for a walk, or like we'll go for dinner, because that's all I want. I just want normality or like connection or something, because of that perspective of like everything could be gone tomorrow.
Big time.
And then I thought about like, right, what's next? And this is it. Like, this is like getting back into what do I love? Like, what do I love doing? And I love doing this. So like, why was I faffing about and like spending months trying to like do this and that and the other whenever I have it all here? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
And
something
that's
like this gives you joy and
totally,
gives you purpose and whatever. So
totally. And like going outside and like doing just random shit.
yeah. So it, in one way, it makes you feel a bit nihilistic, doesn't it? Because it makes you feel like, well, none of this matters or whatever, blah, blah. But at the same time, makes you go, well, why would I not spend more of that time doing the things that I like doing? Because it could all be away like that. So
Yeah.
why not just enjoy it?
Yeah, that's it. And then see what the hell 2026 is going to bring.
That's it.
It's wild, isn't it?
The other thing on that, as a parent as well too, I'm finding with Liam, like the throwing out, going into 2026, we're like, right, let's clear the house. Let's, like, when we started to put the Christmas decorations away, we're like, right, let's see what we can turf out of the house here. And there was loads of his like wee baby clothes, and I was going, it hasn't been that quick, has it? I'm like, no, it still fits him, and it's like not the 6 months.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
no, like it goes quick. So there's like, that's another wee thing that, like, do you find that with Elliot,
Yeah, like I
that you
find
grieve like younger Elliot?
yes, all the different stages of parenting as well.
Uh-huh.
So like now I feel really suddenly Elliot's turned 13, right? And I really feel like, have you ever seen in Kevin and Perry where one night he's this amazing kid and like loves his mum and dad so
Oh,
much,
and then he
wakens
wakes up.
Yeah, I literally feel like this has happened. So it's like there's this new state, and I did talk about it before, I think, in a previous podcast, but now it's like definitely brand new, because I don't know, he speaks a language that like I don't really understand. So I was asking him today what lore means. And it's because I was listening to Jerry's podcast and the guest was talking about all this lore. And I was like, that's really cool, but what does it mean? So he'll come out with lore he'll be like, oh snap. He'll be like, bumbaclat. Have you heard kids saying
Yeah,
that?
yeah. It's like
Do you say
Jamaican
it?
slang.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it because it's probably not appropriate for
I don't know.
bad Caucasian to say it.
Yeah, I don't know. So then he'll just think I'm literally, sometimes he struggles to walk beside me walking down the street. So, but then on the other side, like, it's amazing because like he is making up his own mind about stuff. He's doing his own thing. He has the independence to go and do what he needs to do. He thinks all of this is just scundered, like cringe. And that's great because like it would be, like, it's lovely for him to be on board, but actually he needs to go and be his own person. Then on the other side, I have so much independence. Like I can go out for a couple of hours and be back early enough. Like
Mhm.
he can sit on his own. He's going to the Ulster game with his mates on Saturday. Like that is an
Class.
amazing part. But like, see, when I see new babies, like we've a new nephew, and like I really miss that part. Like I think if I had Elliot's tiny clothes in the house, I would struggle to.
Throw them out.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, there's certain ones we couldn't part
Yeah.
ways with. Like, I know it's so tough.
It's all the stages, isn't it? And like every stage has an amazing side and a hard part.
Yeah.
And like you never stop parenting.
Mhm.
And I love that. Like I love seeing more mum and dad now. Because like life's short, isn't it?
Yeah. I realized a while back that you have to let your mummy give you like a bag of nothing to take away with you, because that's what being a mummy is. It's going, here, take fruit winders with you
I know.
and
Oh
pack
my
it.
god, totally.
Because you're like, she just wants to be a mummy still.
Yeah. Is
You
your
know?
mum's love language gifts?
Yes.
So's mine. But like my mum will come up and be like, "Oh, I found this. I just thought you might like it." And it's brand new pajamas from Dunn's. And you're like, "You clearly was out bought that for me." And you're like, "This is so lovely." And they'll always like, even, and you'll always probably be their baby. Because like when
Yeah.
Liam's 35, he's
Mhm.
still baby Liam.
Yes.
And isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's all, and I feel like I'm in my like siloed era, which is just what I need now. But all the stuff that's going on in the world at the minute, like
That's it.
it's so wild, isn't it?
We're going into a new year, which usually brings optimism.
Yeah,
And it's hard to be optimistic when you're looking around and seeing what's happening. Everything seems to be, the pressure's just rising, I think, in terms of
yeah,
the geopolitical
yeah,
state of things.
yeah. And what happens? Like what has happened in history, where it like what happens next? You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for me, I've been doing this really privileged thing of just keeping a distance and limiting my own access to what I'm watching. And I donate monthly, and that's what I do. And then I support where I can. But there's that guilt attached to that, isn't there? Where it's like, well, how can I complain about X, Y, or Z when there's, I mean, multiple genocides and ICE and Iran, and it's just wild.
Yeah.
But then there's the balance of like, what do you do when you do have all the things you need? And do you have the crack? Like it's wild, isn't it?
You can't drive yourself insane at the same time,
That's it. That's exactly it.
because then you're no good to anybody.
To anyone. That's exactly it.
So
So yeah.
keep doing what you're doing, and do what you can,
Aye, that's it, isn't it?
and like fight the fight in your own way.
Mm,
I think.
yeah.
As long as you in your own heart believe it, like you're trying,
Yeah.
or you're speaking,
Yeah.
and
And yeah,
I think that's what's important.
that's exactly it. And I was thinking like you can never do the right thing because someone's always going to have an opinion on like what is right and what isn't right. So I don't know if you saw the other day that Mattel released an autistic Barbie, right? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Brilliant move. So Mattel have worked with a number of autistic groups, I believe, certainly a number of autistic people, to create an autistic Barbie. So it's brown-skinned Barbie with ear defenders on and holding a talker. I think it's a talker. And I think she stems.
Mm-hmm.
Stems,
Stems.
isn't it? So they release this. Isn't that amazing? It's progress.
Yeah.
But then all these people online were like, oh, but one autistic personality doesn't cover all of us. This is not inclusive. This is not representative. And it's like when I first saw that and it was an autistic public figure, influencer, I was like, yeah, but can we not just be really happy with progress? And then it got me thinking about like, no matter what you do online, you could literally be doing everything. It's never enough. And everyone's angry and everyone's scared and everyone's keyboard worrying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think in like when we're, trying to live by liberal values, I think people really strive for homogeny.
Yes.
Everybody singing from the exact same hymn sheet, which it has never been. The most egalitarian, like dreamlike society would never be complete homogeny, you know what I mean, in terms of beliefs and values. And so I think the problem that we have is that every single thing that happens is a public forum,
Mhm.
you know? And just because two people have very similar,
Mhm.
like, liberal values or values or viewpoints on equality or whatever, diversity, doesn't mean they exactly line up, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. But I think we don't equate, like, as you said, progress
Mhm.
with, having an opinion.
Mhm.
Two things can be right at the same time.
Two things. Exactly. That's exactly it. And I feel like we nearly have too much access and too many. We can use our voices too much, maybe. Is there an element to that where it's like, I wonder, the internet's a great place. Like, it's hilarious. I love it. Like, it's
Hmm.
brilliant. But is it giving voices too loudly is it causing more extremism?
Yeah.
So are people just getting so influenced that it's getting out of hand?
Yes.
I don't know.
And I don't think there's any way to change that. I
Yeah.
don't think there's any way that you can limit it. I think the only way is to try and call out misinformation as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But information and opinions are always going to be there. I think what we're just not internet literate yet
Mm-hmm.
as a society. I don't think we realize, because when we're in our friend groups,
Mm-hmm.
the way it's been for millennia, if you surround yourself with people who think like men with you, they're very rarely going to actually, like, pick out the tiny inconsistencies as to what you believe and what they believe,
Mm-hmm.
and completely, like, discard you for it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas on the internet, it's like everyday practice.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything that you put up is questioned, is maligned. So I don't think we've got the resilience to be able to see that and understand why. I think we just see that and automatically assume that person's polar opposite to us,
Mm-hmm.
and so we'll comment and we'll call that person out instead of, you know because it's an instant
Mm-hmm.
interaction. It's like an anonymous
Yeah.
interaction. So I think we'll start to realize as the years go on that those interactions don't actually mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
We'll stop giving so much importance to those as the person receiving it. And I think the people giving that type of response hate, or even just, you know, general arseholiness.
Yeah.
I think less of that'll happen because we'll start to realize that people don't really care.
It's wild, isn't it? And like, I did a TikTok challenge probably November last year. And after like a week, no, it was about 2 weeks to be fair. So I think it's really easy to grow a following if you just post like anyone, I
Mhm.
think, can grow a big following if you post every day.
Yeah.
So I did a TikTok challenge of like a month of posting every day, of sharing. Like, I had like pillars and stuff, was following a TikTok coach or whatever from here. She's amazing. But saying about every single day I would post about what I like posting about. So it might be about Irishness, it might be about immigration, it might be about identity. And I was getting so much abuse. Like, so much abuse.
Cesspool of stuff.
But then it was amazing because like I was getting so many more followers. So
Mhm.
like it was building really, really quickly. And I started off just like, I'm fine with people just giving me jip on it. Like, I really don't mind that. But then after about 2 weeks, it was like, because you do look at it. And I was like, and there was an old woman giving me jip. She called me, she called me brown mouthed. Have you ever heard that?
No.
So what shocked me was that there is an old woman on TikTok, and it could have been a bot or a fake one, but I really don't think it was because of the way that she was speaking,
Mhm.
calling me brown mouthed because I was talking. I think it means like you're talking crap or something.
Yeah.
And because I was talking about immigration or something, like, who are you and how dare you and na na na. And I was like, oh my God. It's 2 weeks in, I was like, I feel really like flat. I don't know what's going
Mhm.
on. And then I was going through all the things that because everything was great on the outside. I was like, what's good? Right, there's this, there's that. No, everything's great, everything's fine, still running, still doing that, sleeping well, eating well, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, it's TikTok. Like, it's just reading comments nonstop of people just giving you
Yeah.
abuse all day.
Yeah. And if you're really thick-skinned, as you say, like, you know, maybe you can take it for a while, but it'll catch up to you. But even, let's say, like, someone who can just continuously receive abuse and it's water off a duck's back, what you start realizing is that, like, the more interactive posts that you're getting, like the posts that are getting you the most followers and likes and stuff, is the ones where you're really controversial. It's shock value. So that's okay if it's someone like you who stands by your morals, stands by your mission, and like makes content based around what you genuinely, topics that you're genuinely interested in. And it maybe does rub some people up the wrong way, but you stick true to what you are passionate about. That in the wrong hands, that realization in the wrong hands is what's scary, because, and that's why the world's in the state it's in, because people go, well, all I need to be a massive TikTok personality is to say the most shocking shit.
And people do, like, look at Bonnie Blue.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that she really thinks and believes. I think she's herself, but exaggerated.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, go for it. But
It's
like,
shock
I'm
value.
not. Yeah, shock value, but I'm not. I can take it for a while, but like, I don't know if anyone. Imagine you were getting that every single day. I feel sorry for celebrities.
Mm-hmm. But what happens is that then you become that controversial or that outspoken, that you then end up getting this following of people who
love you.
Look at the Andrew Tates and the Charlie Kirks of the world and the Tucker Carlsons, and you know, so it's just like they, whether or not they entered the race with those actual views or not, they realize that those views are what drove traffic to them, and the traffic then turned into support.
But it's so wild, isn't it? That I think, do those people never get upset? Like,
are they too rich to get upset? You know, is that the
surely
thing?
money doesn't.
Well, that's it.
I don't know. It is very what people like that. I'm like, right, they know what they're doing. Maybe part of their business plan. Maybe they genuinely just do not care what people think, right? But then I think of like people like Caroline Flack. I watched her. Have you seen her
I
documentary?
didn't see it. But
I'm a wee bit late to the party, but I did watch it over Christmas. And like, she literally did. She was just in her job. Like, she wasn't doing anything extreme. And she just got hate all the time. Like, all the time. Which would be so rubbish, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You kind of get why celebrities just come off social media completely.
Yeah. It's a rough world,
isn't it?
I think. And it's glamorized, isn't it?
Yes.
Too. I mean, even locally, I think for a lot of like young women and stuff here, like you see the appeal of, oh, I'll be an influencer because you're getting all this free stuff and like or such and such, and all they do is that like they get to spend all this time with their kids and or they get to go to all these fancy places and all they're doing is putting photos up and blah blah, but they don't see the absolute like dirt, you know, like of the comments, the hate, the abuse that all comes with that. But it's what they see on the surface is like pictures in Bali, pictures in Vegas, you know, like, and you think, wow, that's a great life.
I know you see the highlight reel, don't you? And you don't see the backstage where it's like, even being an influencer would be so, imagine posting that much every day.
I know.
Like, it would actually be really hard. And I wonder, like, is the influencer thing maybe, has it hit its peak already?
Potentially, yeah.
Because like now, I think I think influencers are class. Like, they've built, people who have done it enough and well enough that they've built a career on marketing themselves and branding themselves, and they're known for something and it's brilliant. And there is a bleak side to it, like 100%. But not that it's not a career, just there was the YouTube. I want to be a YouTuber. Now I want to be an influencer. Now TikTok. Then what's next? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is next? And it takes a certain type of person and a niche I think as well.
Yes, definitely, because that's why TV and radio and news and stuff is dying out, because we're not all sitting around the TV watching Coronation Street at
Mhm.
7 o'clock on a Friday or whatever day Coronation Street is on.
I know.
We all have our own customized, ultra personalized algorithm that feeds you exactly what you want to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like the algorithm that you have for yourself on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram knows your interests better than you
Mhm.
know them. So like there's absolutely no point for you like to
Yeah.
try and sell you a
Yeah.
TV show of
Yeah.
whatever else, because like that's gonna sell itself better than anything else.
100%. And it's all just going to be on Netflix. And like, I always wonder, like, what is the 2026 trend going to be?
Mm.
Because, like, when you think of 2025, so much happened. And there was so many random things that came and went. Like, what is next? Because there's also amazing wee trends as well.
Yeah.
Like 6'7".
I, I don't know about amazing. I don't know about amazing.
I think,
But
yeah,
it
I
is
just
funny.
wonder.
Kids are so funny though as
I
well.
love kids so much. Like, I love working with kids. I think, like, what they come out with. I was doing a session this morning with kids, and it's amazing. Like, I kind of get to co-design a lot of sessions at the minute with schools that I'm working with
Mhm.
communities. Like, I know as we grow and scale, I won't always be able to do that. So, we'll look at the curriculum and we'll see how we can integrate lots of different things into a session.
Yeah.
So we're doing a session today, and it was all about race, class, and historical narratives. So whose voices are missing? Why do you think stories are missing? Why do you think experiences are missing from the history we learn?
Mhm.
Is history we learn even accurate? Why might it not? All of those amazing. And see, when you talk to adults, either we're just like, no, I don't like history, I don't really like, or they'll be like, oh yes, this and that. We're talking to kids about it today, and we're talking about class, and they're learning about the Titanic. So it was like, how would your class impact comfort, safety, survival in the Titanic? And one of them was like, well, like, I just think of it like if Billie Eilish was on the Titanic, and then it just went off into this thing of like Billie Eilish, and if she had been in the Titanic, like, what would have happened? And you go through, and that's, see, it's amazing, Sean. Like, you just, I think, sometimes need to speak their language. So it was like, right, if we need to bring Billie Eilish in to understand about class and like systemic injustice and inequality, let's do it. And we ended up having this conversation about like Billie Eilish, and like then someone was like, and if it was just some random wee boy called Gerald, like when you compare Gerald and Billie Eilish, it was like, that's it. Like, and these conversations, and giving children the freedom to be able to have those conversations in the classroom, because everything is so quick and we need to cover curriculum, this, that, and teachers are doing an amazing job. But even at home, like, to be able to have the privilege of sitting having the conversations with kids
Uh-huh.
about random stuff like that, because everything's so fast paced these days. But kids are just so amazing for that as well. And then we touched a little bit on privilege, on white privilege, which I hadn't really done in a workshop before. So there's this amazing book called Race Cars, and it's all about a black race car and a white race car. And there's a race car committee, and they're all white cars, and they try and make changes so that it's only white cars can win. Only white cars all the time. So blue, green, anything else can't win, especially not black, because they're
Mhm.
really good. And it's quite a long book. It would be too wordy if it wasn't about what it was for and about. If it was just a story, I think it would be a bit wordy.
Mhm.
But it was Key Stage 2, and everyone was so engaged the whole way through it. And with that book, it never says directly, this is about, race.
Yeah.
Well, it does. It says in the front it's about white privilege, but the story itself is just about a black car and a white car
Yeah.
and the committee. And see, whenever you talk to the kids about it, they just know. They just knew. It was like, yeah, it's probably about like barriers that black people experience and this and that, and like, how can we? And then you end up having this amazing conversation of like, a lot of my work, I ask questions, just that's it, and like kind of go on some kind of journey, and it's nearly led by them, guided by me, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So, or guided by the book, and then they kind of I kind of facilitate the conversations. And they were just talking about what we could do, how we could speak up, how it exists. And like, I just can't imagine learning that in primary school.
Yeah.
And they were so informed. So informed. It was really impressive. So I do things like that. And I'm like, actually, there is so much hope. Like, there really is so much hope if we can create the spaces where people are having the conversations, you know?
Yeah. Because that's the other side of the coin of young people like taking in so much information.
Yeah.
You hope that the right messages are reaching them, but I think that they see that much that for the most part, and the hope is that young people will make their own minds up and make the right decisions.
As they should. And I think as well, it's that thing of like being able to disagree with someone, being able to have like difficult conversations where you can just be like, oh,
Hmm.
I do not agree with you that whatsoever, but like, let's power on or let's talk about it and see. Because I really struggle when I don't agree with something someone's saying, like you were saying a bit earlier about like nearly straight away. If someone expresses something that is the opposite of your values or your
Hmm.
beliefs, I would nearly shut down. Only in the last while, I've been like thinking, right, I need to understand where this thought's coming from. Like, I'd love to sit down with Andrew Tate and be
Hmm.
like, try and understand why that exists, why that thinking exists, why that's there, and why so many people are on board with that.
Hmm.
Because I can talk till the cows come home about anything with people that agree with me. But is that really progress?
Not necessarily.
Exactly. Like, it is a bit, but like, you want to influence the people who just do not agree with you whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that's really hard.
Yeah. And it's also getting into a world where like I think it's amazing that you're able to go into schools and do things like that, and because it shows that the school is willing to make that effort to make progress within the school. But I'm afraid of the days where that like type of thinking isn't, you know, the go to.
Mm.
What happens when you've got a school teacher that doesn't agree with that? And
Yeah. And
it's
that
so
exists.
scary.
Like, that is there. I would go in, I'm doing way more work in schools and it's amazing. And all schools are so different in how
Hmm.
they address it. And it's really, really hard. Can you imagine? Like, were you a teacher?
No, but I work with young people.
You worked
I
with
was
young
like
people.
youth
So,
worker.
like, you kind of probably experienced different cultures, did you? Of like different groups or communities or
Yeah,
organizations.
yeah.
And they're always well intended. Like, that's the main thing. They're always well intended. But sometimes there's just different people are at
Hmm.
different stages. And it's how you can, I think now as well, with access to teachers, access to information, like cancel culture, like all of that. It's probably quite scary about what you can talk about.
Hmm.
And so whenever I'm doing work, I always send a really clear proposal and sometimes an actual class plan so that we're on the same page, because there are certain things that schools aren't ready to have that conversation.
Hmm.
And that's okay, because we're all on a different journey. But I think as long as you have the trusted space where the children can express themselves and feel like it is safe enough to do so,
Hmm.
because you just can't, you don't know what people are hearing at home and the access that they have online at the minute. Um, yeah.
And going back on 2026, um, I thought we could talk about books. So what's two books that you are gonna like that will help inform the way that you want or you want to highlight in 2026?
That's a really good question. Picture books or adult books?
Either or. Let's
All
do
of
one
my
of each.
books burnt, which has actually turned out to be quite helpful because now I've been able to research which books are working. Do you know what? See, after doing race cars today, I wonder, are we ready to talk about that more in classrooms?
Hmm.
About privilege and about barriers and um yeah, I've done. What else have I done? There's this amazing book, and it's kind of focused on neurodivergence. Sorry. And it's called Weird and Wonderful You, and it's just about being a weirdo, really. And it's all about like being weird's amazing, being not
Mm-hmm.
weird is a bit like meh. And I love that one as well. In terms of adult books, I don't even know, Sean. Oh, well, here I'm writing a book.
You're writing a book?
Yeah, I'm going to write another book. And I wrote a book at the end of last year, We Are Belfast book. So
Brilliant.
I'll say, do you know what? I'm going to write an adult book this year.
Brilliant.
There you go, accountability. That's my favourite book of the year.
That's it. We'll be
Sick.
sitting here at the start of 2027 with your new book.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. So yeah, and funny, I do actually think it'll go that way because I've been seeing all these things about like how to get published and how to do this or that, and
Through the Fire
yeah,
by Harlan McKeaton.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. That's exactly it. Like that is exactly it. So hopefully that'll happen, and I think it will. And then I'm just going to keep on top of like all the new titles that are coming up. I've been really uninspired with adult books lately. I've started reading more Irish fiction because I love an Irish romance,
Right.
and less like self-development or education. Same with series online. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
watching at the minute? And it's absolutely terrifying. And I don't like horror, but for some reason I'm loving it at the minute. Do you know Ed Gein?
Yeah.
Do you know like
The monster.
have you
like
watched
that.
it?
Yeah, yeah.
Have you watched the whole series?
I have.
It's so scary, isn't it?
It is.
He's a bit nuts, isn't he?
Yeah. And that whole monster series, it's very controversial, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, there's that, and then there was the Ted Bundy one.
I haven't
Or
watched
no,
that.
was it the Ted Bundy one, or was it
The brothers.
Yes, there was the
That was
brothers,
amazing.
the Menendez brothers, and
Menendez, yeah.
what do you call the one? Jeffrey Dahmer.
I'd say
So they're fascinating.
fascinating, Sean.
But I think the heat they come under is are they like glorifying like these
I don't think they
monsters
are.
and stuff. Well, that's it.
Well, they're giving them visibility, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's based on. I think it's the actual facts, isn't it?
As far as I believe, I think they don't really take.
I haven't even watched Psycho because Psycho's based on Ed Gein, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like horror movies at all for some reason. It's like we're on,
Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and
Is that
Silence
Ed
of
Gein
the
as well?
Lambs. It's all like based
on the
loosely
monsters that series
again
on Ed Gein.
Yeah.
But I just can't. It's one of those things where I know I should look away, but I just can't. And it's the psychology. Like what illness, what trauma, what could ever possess someone to do that? And then like digging up graves. Like how did no one notice that the graves were getting dug up?
Nice.
Like how do people not notice that? Maybe because it was a small town or something.
It's
You couldn't do that in Milltown, like your city cemetery.
It's a different world, like.
It
And
must
you're
be.
right. Everybody's too nosy here to.
Yeah,
That's something
exactly.
like
You
that.
definitely would be on TikTok within about a minute. But
There'd be a load of teenagers like drinking that would see you.
definitely would.
So
There definitely would. So yes, so I'm gonna write my book. That's my thing now, Sean. You've coaxed it out of me. I'm gonna write a
Brilliant.
book this year. And just be more aware of other decent books to share.
yeah. And so, what are we thankful for going into 2026?
Being alive.
Yeah.
It sounds so dramatic and extra, but actually I'm so happy I'm alive and grateful that I'm alive. And just people. People, like that's all you need, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Just sound people. What about you?
The same. I mean, I think I'm grateful for opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
To live in a world where I'm allowed to make my own opportunities, and I'm living in, as you say, like the privilege of focusing on things that aren't staying alive and survival.
Mm-hmm.
I'm focusing on other things, like leisure, like career, family. Like what amazing thing to be able to say that you can just the thing that you look forward to at the weekend is spend time with family and like with your loved ones and seeing them, and what a privilege it is to go into work happy to um and to have ideas, to be creative. To I think I'm grateful um for being allowed to have opportunities.
Because isn't life amazing though?
Yeah,
Like it actually is
class.
amazing. Like it's such good crack.
I'm
Like,
gonna moan about it constantly. I moan every day.
do you?
Yeah, I'm an old moan, Orla. I
I
shouldn't
think we
be.
love moaning in this country though.
Yeah,
Like, but yeah, I think it's class. So I'm just thankful for starting the year off like new, clean slate and just having like, I think this year's going to be half reflective and then just absolutely smash the other half. That's what I genuinely think. Going to travel way more as well.
yeah. Is there any places on the travel list?
Going to Spain with the family in September. No, in July, because I come from a huge family and they all live away. Brother's in Australia and he's going to Spain. We're all going to meet there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, Sean, I'm going to do loads of wee weekends. I need to get out of Ireland because all I do is spend time here, which I love. Did
Mm-hmm.
Sligo over Christmas, did Dublin New Year's Day, amazing. But I think I need to go a wee bit further,
Yeah,
get the passport out.
I I want to do more, like getting the way countryside Ireland this year. I went for a stag there at the weekend up in Donegal, and both days, don't know how, because I'm such a lightweight. I woke up both days with not a hangover. Like, I felt great.
Donegal there. Like,
I know.
can you get hungover in Donegal? I don't
I
know if
don't
you
think
can.
so. And
don't
I
think you
woke up and I was the first up in the house, and I just went, I went for a dander here. Walked along the water,
So gorgeous.
like just felt great.
Where were you?
About 20 minutes from Donegal town.
Nice.
Ballymacal, you call it.
Donegal's
Gorgeous.
perfect.
And the weather was shocking, but you
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, you don't care. And I think, like, we talked about this before, how feral you become. Like, because
Yeah.
nothing else matters. Like, see, when you leave your routine and physically leave, like, if you go home, you're always kind of on your phone or like doing something. But I feel like if you actually take yourself away and out of that,
Mm-hmm.
as a freelancer, whenever we always have access to our work, you can actually breathe.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
I know.
So
Being
there you go.
around friends, it's another thing.
Huh?
Being around friends.
Yeah.
Just like being not serious.
Yeah. We
For
need
a
to
bit
be
of
on
time.
serious. Like, I need to stop. Like, I need to get on serious this year.
That's it. Because in this world as well, making content and stuff, you're always clued in. You're always like on the ball. Even business world, you're always like putting on a business face.
Business world is just really interesting at the minute. I just feel like, do you know about it, Sean?
Yeah.
Do you know about it? Like, I love building business. I love like my business networking community. But as you say, like, I think it's too serious, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's too serious. Like,
But isn't it great to be the fun one?
Yeah.
And you're that person too, more than me.
I don't know. I just love having the crack. But yeah, sometimes it doesn't land well. Like, if you go in and you're like, oh, you look amazing, or like, and people are like, what? Like, be serious. But yes, yeah, on serious, that's going to be my word
Yeah.
for the year.
Mm.
So I think we've covered everything.
Yeah.
I covered all the bases, I think. Have you a word of the year?
Word of the year? I don't know.
I don't
Put me on
even
the
really
spot.
believe in that. I think it's just,
A word of the year. No, I can't think of anything clever to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
it's a lot of pressure, like on a rainy January Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for listening. Ring the bell, subscribe, like, comment, share, and tag us. We are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at stillerouryeyes.voices, and we'll be back in 2 weeks from the studio. Thanks for listening. Bye.